Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the world of epoxy resin and exploring how to create stunning signs that will elevate your decor. Whether you're looking to make personalized gifts or unique pieces for your home, epoxy is a fantastic medium to work with. Let's uncover the secrets of epoxy and get started. 1. Materials needed. Before we jump into the process, let's go over the materials you'll need. Epoxy resin. Make sure to choose a high-quality epoxy that's suitable for your project. Hardener. This works in tandem with the resin to create a strong finish. Wood or canvas base. You can use a wooden board, canvas, or even a pre-made sign. Mixing cups and sticks, for accurately measuring and mixing your resin. Protective gear, gloves, a mask, and safety glasses to keep you safe while working. Colorants. You can use epoxy dyes, pigments, or even metallic powders to add color to your sign. Heat gun or torch. This will help remove bubbles from the epoxy. Stencils, if you want to create specific designs or lettering. Sandpaper, for smoothing edges if needed. 2. Preparing your workspace. Before we start, it's crucial to prepare your workspace. Choose a well-ventilated area. Epoxy can emit fumes, so make sure you're working in a space with good airflow. Cover surfaces. Use a drop cloth or plastic sheeting to protect your workspace from spills. Gather your materials. Have everything within reach to keep the process smooth and organized. 3. Designing your sign. Now that we're ready, let's plan our sign design. Decide on the size and shape. Determine how large you want your sign to be and what shape will work best. Create your design. You can sketch your design on paper or use design software. If you're using stencils, lay them out to see how they fit. Select your colors. Choose the color palette for your sign. Think about how the colors will complement each other. 4. Mixing the epoxy. Now it's time to mix the epoxy. Measure accurately. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for the correct resin to hardener ratio. This is crucial for proper curing. Mix thoroughly. Use a mixing stick to combine the resin and hardener for about 3 to 5 minutes, scraping the sides and bottom of the cup to ensure everything is blended. Add color. If you want to add color to your epoxy, now is the time. Start with small amounts and mix until you achieve your desired shade. 5. Pouring the epoxy. With your epoxy mixed, let's pour it onto the sign. Prepare your base. If you're using a wooden board, make sure it's clean and dry. You can also apply a seal coat if you're using raw wood. Pour the epoxy. Start by pouring a small amount onto the center of your base. Use a mixing stick to spread it evenly, ensuring it covers the entire surface. Add layers. If you're creating a multi-layered effect, pour different colors in sections, allowing each layer to partially cure before adding the next. Remove bubbles. Use a heat gun or torch to gently pass over the surface and eliminate any bubbles that form. Be careful not to overheat. 6. Finishing touches. Once your epoxy has cured, it's time for the finishing touches. Sanding edges. If needed, use sandpaper to smooth any rough edges for a polished look. Final coat. If you want extra shine, apply a thin top coat of epoxy and let it cure again. Mounting options. Decide how you'll display your sign. You can use hooks for wall mounting or stands for tabletop display. 7. Tips and tricks. Here are some additional tips to ensure your epoxy sign turns out perfectly. Temperature matters. Work in a stable temperature environment. Epoxy cure.